Oops. My bad. Alright. Sorry, that was me messing around, but we are back with a Blaze. Gonna do HP4 Any percent. Oh, Echo. Hold on. Is that better now? Still.
Is this good now?
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Alright, I think everything. Ablaze can talk for a little bit. Quick? Okay, I think you should be able to hear Ablaze. I'm sorry. Okay. Everything should be good. Alright.
It still says Legacy first day on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a
mod is around and can change that.
And
I'll change it a little bit.
And I have a commentary.
Yes.
Hello, I am NA.
Yes.
Man, I didn't know you were the whole continent of North America. Really bringing out the the billion people out here.
Ari, Potter, 4, PC, any person. I hate NA keyboard! I blame the not French keyboard. Any percent. Alright. Sorry for the disaster. I hate NA keyboard. I blame French keyboard. Alright. HP4, any percent by Ablaze. He's a god at the game. He's the best, and he's gonna provide us with amazing gameplay, I'm sure. Yeah, we can start whenever you guys are ready.
Well, even though I'm not the commentator, I'm going to introduce someone that's on my webcam. That little mosp in the corner, that is Jerry. Jerry, well, all the way over here to show up to this. You better give a round of applause for Jerry.
I clapped for Jerry. You can't hear it, but I clapped.
Yep, I clapped. Okay. Let's get this show on the road.
I'm ready when you are. You can do a countdown, dude.
Cool. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, HP4, the game where developers decided they don't want to do exploration anymore. So if you've played 1, 2, and 3, they're very much designed around exploring Hogwarts, doing collectibles. HP4 went, nah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to do co-op action-style combat. So we start in Quidditch World Cup. We have the Death Eaters that have shown up to attack everyone. And now we are playing as Hermione for a very specific reason coming up. And we're going to get to the port key so we can escape. I say quite a long time ago, probably one of the original strats is actually in this level, which is one I hope that Blaze will pull off. I feel confident in your abilities, Blaze.
Okay. I've gotten it all the times in practice.
Well, see, now we've jinxed it. You see, this is gonna,
Don't worry, I'll fail it, so everyone feels better about failing it in their own runs.
Exactly, yeah. So the trick we're talking about is it's branch skip. So what the game wants you to do is learn how to do Carpe Retractum, which again has changed colour after like another game. But due to some good collision and also Hermione getting up really quickly, we can just run through the branch before the collision has time to reset. And it lets us walk past the other branch because it's on a timer, essentially. So it's timed to fall so long after the previous one. Now we go on to yet another skip. So again, the game wants to show you how to do more co-op stuff. But instead, we're going to just run through the gap. We're going to run through the gap.
Thank you.
There we go. And that will allow us to skip the rock. We leave Harry and Ron behind because who needs them? They have the power of AI teleportation, so they will catch up with us. And we're going to do little strat here. Go into the divot, which allows the AI to get closer. We pull the log, which for some reason makes the Death Eater run away, even though he's probably fine. And we're going to finish World Cup after seeing the Dark Mark.
Would you believe that World Cup is still sub 230?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's good. Wow. Okay, I need to practice apparently.
I got a 227.
Wow, that's still faster than most of my runs. So we're going into Defense Against the Dark Arts. So there's 2 lessons with Moody. The first one, quite straightforward. We're gonna fight a few Dug Bogs, which are the enemy we just encountered in the World Cup. Even though technically we're gonna get told what they are here, because why not? So now I think it's a good time to try out. Is there any donations?
Get over there. Jinx it.
Not at the moment, but feel free to donate towards the incentive. We are very close. We are, sorry, $80 away from 5 seconds GBA game swap intervals. It's gonna be pure chaos. We have 9 hours left for that goal, so get those donations in.
Fantastic. Well, you'll see the strat there. So the game wants to teach you how to jinx. So for some reason, the game's tutorial on how to jinx and do charms is after the World Cup level. But instead of jinxing them, as the game intends, we're going to lift them on top of those little lanterns. And for some reason, there's like a death trigger on there, so it just explodes the Dug Bog, allowing us to proceed to carry on with the level.
It's because they think that area right there is considered out of bounds. And if people don't know, because we did it in World Cup as well, if you set an enemy out of bounds, it's set to explode.
Yeah, oh yeah, right at the start, yeah, you're still throwing the Dug Bogs out of bounds rather than using jinxes. Also learning Accio, one of the actually useful spells in the game, I'd say. Like, it's useful for a lot of things later on. Well, not so much anymore, because we used to use it in Herbology to get a shield, but we'll come to that, why we don't do that anymore. So, second level of Defense of the Dark Arts, teaching us the spell that we just acquired at the end of the previous level. Aqua Eructo, the bane of every single Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire 100% runners. But we won't go into that because this isn't Hundo. We're not putting you guys through Hundo.
Thankfully.
So the way Aqua Eructo works, or any charm works for that matter, really, is if you like rotate your left analog stick whilst you're doing it. As you can see, Blazer's got a lovely controller layout in where his webcam would be. Obviously, appreciate we don't want to do webcam today because Blaze is just got over COVID, so let's give him his due for being here. We didn't think this was going to happen. We thought he was going to be too ill, but good to have you here.
I can't quit on HP4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, if you look at the direction of the game, it says move left and right to straighten your water stream. But if you rotate the stick, it does the same thing. So it keeps the water stream at its most powerful, meaning it will put out the fires faster.
Are you all right? I think so.
And yes, Jamie, back again. Yes, we are back here. We walk into the corner there. It gives the AI like motivation to catch up. So, I correct me if I'm wrong, Blaze. I think this is how it works. If the AI are off screen, they're programmed to walk faster towards you.
They're programmed to TP, but if they walk faster.
Yeah, same way there. New feature of Harry Potter as well is that let's give them more powerful spells. So instead of a book like you get in 6th gen in 1 and 2, like you'll need this book to cast more powerful spells. In this game, it's pressing B. So you press B. You do Magicus Extremos, which allows your spells to become a lot more powerful, and you just explode enemies.
Very good, Granger. I was hoping you'd remember.
This salamander, the one thing we're trying to avoid on it, which the AI are dead set on trying to make you do, is an inflatus.
They tried real hard that time.
They really did try hard on that one, yeah. So if you cast inflatus on that salamander, it obviously makes them kind of blow into like a bubble. But that animation actually stops the gate from lowering, so you have to wait for it to lower. Now onto fire skip.
Are you kidding me? I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, so in traditional HP4 AI, what you need here is you need one of the AI to come and help you pull the bridge down. But they are very much dead set against doing that. They want to fight the salamanders.
It's because they TP'd early.
Yeah, they and yeah, this is what makes this run so much better in co-op, is that you can control all this. So HP4 game design. If you have just taken damage, there is a momentary period where you don't take any more. So it makes you invulnerable for a split second. And we can use that to get past the fire. So we deliberately take damage on the side and then run through. Also, a nice bit. Also here you'll see the AI, they have a big fascination in this game with rocks, as does Blaze there, because it does kill them faster. But yeah, for some reason the AI, if there's a throwable object near them, they love to pick them up and throw them at enemies, because why not? So, we are out of tutorial. Now we're into the biggest part of this game, which is shield collecting. So you may have seen on each level, it says like so many more Triwizard shields to unlock the next level. So we've got a route which allows us to pick up the minimum number of shields to progress through the game. First level, we're going to get a shield at the top of a ledge. What it wants us to do is build a tower of 3 blocks. So you do 1 block and then 2 on top of each other. We're not going to do that. We're going to use 2 blocks, and we're going to stack them in a very specific way, which still allows us to climb on them. But then we can just climb straight to the top rather than build a whole tower. And you'll notice the size of the Triwizard shields is the size of a human being.
And that they're spread around Hogwarts for some reason.
Yeah, Moody's decided, yeah, you're back again, and there's still 7 more shields. So he spread a lot of shields all around the Hogwarts rooftops, which is definitely a safe place for 14-year-olds to be.
Back again, eh?
And then there's some in the other levels as well, which we'll come to. Now we come to the block skip shield, which is a very cool shield. So we're going to walk all the way around the edge. We're not going to go down the really long path, which is full of the second worst enemy in the game.
It's also the longest shield in the game.
Yep, this is also the this is now actually the long. Yeah, that's actually incredible. The longest one is in exterior. When you consider the size of the other levels, the fact this is the longest shield in the game.
What's funny is the longest shield in any percent is like 1:50, and it takes 1:50 to just walk over to the bridge to pull down an Urcoins.
Yep. That's how long they made that shield, and they put like every collectible in the game that side as well, apparently.
It's great for Urkling farming when it works.
Yeah, I say when it goes well, but again, AI. So we're going to early cast on the gate there. It's actually really weird how Carpe works in this game. Like, some things you have to be really close to them. Some things you can cast on from a mile away.
Don't you try climbing it?
So here, what the game actually, speak of the devil, there's Ron doing his thing. What the game wants you to do here, which is really slow, is put this block on the other side, climb up, pull the bridge down, put the fire out, go across, put the other block down below, and climb up the shield. We don't want to do that. That's slow. So we're going to pick up this block from directly on that ledge, and we're going to position it in a way which allows Harry to climb onto it. There is a small little time save you can do there where if the block lands in a perfect position, Harry immediately climbs it, skipping the falling animation. But it can be like really slow sometimes if it does that, by where Harry just gets knocked over.
Salamander just really isn't that much faster. It could really be routed out with any other shield if it became faster.
Back again.
It's like within 2 seconds.
Like,
There are still several
yeah, it's actually quite
shields
quite slow. Okay, rooftops.
The shield Dean sucks at. I mean, what?
I've got better, okay? I've actually found the setup. I found your setup, and I've got.
I may have COVID, but I can smell the coke from here.
Why did I agree to this? I should have just gone to bed. So, again, game logic. intended strat is to climb up on the ledge that's just to our left, grab this from there, and then bring it around to the edge. Again, we don't have to do that. We can pick it up from the bottom and drop it straight over the top. We also want to move as far forward as we can to bring the AI close, because if the AI are too far away when casting Wingardium, they will drop the block, which is really, really bad. Okay. Sticking with exterior, we're now going to switch over and play as Ron. For one very specific reason. It's not because he's better in any way. It's not because of his character. It is literally for a spawn reason. But also is because of a bean. Yes,
It's actually because he's worse in every way because of how the cutscene works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One thing we do in this game when reloading levels is we'll try and pick a character that actually like spawns the closest, which in every level apart from this one, it is Ron. But yeah, so at the end of this, you're going to see a very cool area, which is actually useful in Hundo because it has salamanders.
Not for Lapipors, though.
Not for Lapipors, no. So, quick thing that it was actually an idea by Matthew a while ago that me and him actually tested. The spell Lapipors, but I mean, I'll explain a little bit about Hundo whilst we do it, because this is just a split of kill every salamander, put every fire out. In Hundo, you have to master every single spell by casting a certain number of it. Cast under Extremos count for 3. But then we discovered that Lapifors, which is the spell that turns everything into bunny rabbits, we saw it earlier in HP3 as well, it doesn't count in exterior. In fact, it only counts in one area, in bathroom. Which made Hundo routing really, really weird because it meant the early game felt so much slower.
What's funny is it didn't even affect me because I was so scared of Inflatus, I was doing it early anyway.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, yeah, you saw there, right as you spawn after that cutscene, Ron is right next to the shield. That is why we play as Ron in that split.
And the only reason is because he has the tower fall on him.
Yeah.
You know, when he could have just moved.
Yeah. He could have just moved, but no, we need him there so we can pick up the shield. Into Forest story now. So every single level from now on has an initial story mission, and then followed by you can then like free roam and pick up shields separately. One thing the game definitely does do very well is it makes it so you cannot pick up any shield apart from the last one. Right?
Yeah. Fuck
Yep.
Booba
Also Booba-Tubers. Yep, Booba-Tubers making a debut in this run. And already proving why they are the most annoying thing in this game, apart from mosps, is they can just choose to spin on their axis for no apparent reason. And they just don't fire and they don't do what they're meant to do. Mini shields as well. This is the now only level, well, in current route.
Don't worry, I'll find a way to rat out Boris Mini so you can stop making that joke.
Yeah, please do. I please do. Well, there is a way, but I hate the idea of it. You know what I'm talking about, and I don't want to say it out loud because it's gonna make everyone cringe.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mention it because it's actually it makes me scared.
That's my favorite shield, actually. You know.
Why? So yeah, so the mini shields in the game, in every level, so you got Forest, Exterior, Bathroom, and Herbology. Every single level has 10 mini shields. If you pick up all 10 mini shields, a big Tri-Wizard shield will spawn, and that counts towards the total tally of 38. We're not going to get 38 shields because we're not doing all shields, or Hundo. But yeah, so at the moment, in current route, Forest is the only level where we need to get all 10 shields, 10 mini shields. There's a very specific reason why later, because we used to get them in Herbology as well.
We also used to get them in Bathroom, but something happened there.
Yeah, so we had Bathroom, we had Herbology, we had Forest. There's a lot of mini shields in all route because the idea of the way the level spawns is when you reload into a level that you've got all the mini shields in, the big shield is right next to you. So it was routed in a way which meant that you could pick up that shield really quickly. But yeah, things were found. Game was broken. Game became sub 1. You've probably. I also completely missed over a skip just earlier. Fire skip.
That's how irrelevant the skip is.
That's how relevant it is. Yeah. After the dragon cutscene, you would have seen Blaze skipped over a fire. Basically, if you run quick enough past the dog bugs, you can skip it, and you don't have to worry about putting it out.
Yeah.
But speaking of fire skip, here's another one because game developers are good. They built the fire too far away from the gap, so you can just walk straight through.
Who needs to fight salamanders anyway?
Fine. Yeah.
Also, how did I get through that gate?
Yeah, that gate was definitely open. Okay. Rest of Forest story, fairly self-explanatory. There's nothing gonna happen. There's no more skips to be had. I'm definitely not positive of another skip.
I almost got it. That's what's scary.
Yeah, so you almost got it, yeah. That fire on that log you can actually skip, but you need like really good movement, and the collision on that log is dreadful, to say the least.
I need to hold left more than forward.
Yeah. So this cutscene is actually, some of the cutscenes in the game are really good because you actually have movement in them. So if you hold left and then a little bit up in this cutscene, you can actually like enter the cutscene. Like if you do it like very, very well, you actually then you end up seeing Harry in the cutscene, which is great. Also, first Scroot we saw as well. Scroots are going to become key a little bit later on. So before we go into to start picking up shields in Forest, we're going to buy some cards. So Ron has some very cool Jinx cards, which give him double Jinx, Jinx power, and more Jinx power. So we make Ron super OP. In Hundo, there's even a better card, which makes it so every bean drop is a blue bean. But again, we're not going to cover that because, yeah, not Hundo. So, assuming I know your route, you're doing Scroot now?
And then small dragon,
small
and then
yeah,
mini.
Yeah, let's say you can do these shields in any order. That's the thing. Like it depends on what you want to go for. Like if you want to go for Dragonflesh, you can. You can do small Scroot. It doesn't matter. You still have to get the shield at some point.
Imagine sucking a dragon.
And
before I miss this shot.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Nah, I can say it now.
Oh, god damn it.
Sorry.
So yeah, so small Scroot, very straightforward. Just go remember there's a mini shield here as well. So Scroot is going to okay. Free inflatus on a Scroot.
That counted.
Yeah, I'll say that's the creature card, soft lock potentially.
Still salty about that, by the way. I lost a 209 to that.
I know. Yeah, so for anyone who wasn't aware of that, I'm gonna probably not be Blaze's biggest fan when I say this. Sorry, I'm not. Yeah. Blaze had a really good Hundo run. It was sub 210. It was 209. It was a really, really solid run.
And I didn't have a creature card.
Yeah, a creature card didn't unlock, even though it's a guaranteed one. Essentially, after watching the footage, what we determined was what happened. Like you just saw there, when the creature was killed, the shield drops, and you pick it up on the first frame it can hit you. The problem is that same frame is also when the game gives you the creature card. So the game never gave Blaze the creature card, and then the problem is, like, the code. I think the code thinks it did, but the visual wasn't there. So it never actually unlocked in the menu.
And what's worst about it is, creature cards aren't needed for 100% in terms of getting master rank. So I didn't know I didn't have it until the run finished.
Yeah. So if you go into the menu, you can see the cards you've unlocked. It gives you like a nice little picture. The inflatus on a Scroot was locked. You couldn't see it. So we couldn't count it as being done.
I'm gonna check after this run and see if I actually unlocked the inflators card.
Yeah, I'm curious if you did. Also, this split you would have noticed, this is probably one of the most annoying splits for people that want to fire booba tubers because the game makes you do them blind. So,
And I got them all first try, so...
Yeah, so you did well there. I'd say it's a hard strat. It's harder than it looks, I promise. Okay.
Totally not cope.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Okay. Back into Forest. Now, if you did old route, like the last time this was ran, probably at Potterthon, was like world record was like a 102, and this not this one, sorry, later on in the run. That's how I forgot. We're not doing Forest Losers right now, are we? We're doing Mini Shield.
No.
Yeah. I'll explain later on in the run. I'll come back to that conversation. So here you go. So you pick up both the last two mini shields, and the big shield spawns right to the left-hand side. So ideal spawn to save time. So now we're out of Forest for a while, and we're into the first task, which is literally on rails. Like there's nothing you can do. You hold down X to go fast. You hit rings, you go fast.
And collect beans to get gold.
Yeah, collect beans to get gold. Yeah. It's all about beans. So
and don't die.
yeah, and don't hit something 10 times. So every time you hit something, you lose 10 health. If you hit something 10 times, obviously that's all your health gone. And there's a fake ring to start off with.
I know. I've been getting that one recently.
Yeah. So I say whilst we are in a rail, now is a good time for any donations.
Really? You want me to interrupt this riveting gameplay? Okay.
I mean, if you must.
I shall do it anyways. We have a $12 donation from Demi saying, just because I wanted to be a Manas, I cannot pronounce that, I'm sorry, and make Ravenclaw in the lead by 1 cent. And Jamie did indeed, let me check. Because of Jamie now, Ravenclaw is leading by a single cent for the Hogwarts Legacy run. So, if you want to see Hufflepuff, you might have to donate at the very least 2 cents.
nice 2 cent lead there for Ravenclaw. Come on, guys. Come on. Where's the Slytherin supporters? Even I vote for Slytherin, and I'm a Hufflepuff. I want to see Slytherin. It's a really cool common room. But yeah, don't forget, guys, to get your donations in. We want to get the incentives done. And don't forget about GBA as well.
Yeah, GBA is gonna be absolute madness, and we are only $78 away.
Oh, God, okay.
Or $68 away, so sorry, I cannot do math.
So it's like 1 GBC all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Cannot do math ever.
Yeah, so $68, and you get to see me and Finn, go through pain.
Let's see if I got the cool round down. I didn't. I suck. Didn't even get it to an iron.
That's a 210, look at that.
I know, I
yeah,
suck.
so first task was actually something that, like, 206 was something that people were going for. IL record at the moment is actually a 204. It's a silver, because obviously you cut corners and things like that, but yeah, 204 is the IL record at the moment, which is insane. Okay, into a bathroom. So this was probably one of the biggest finds in this game. Is there's a skip in this game. So intended, what the game would like you to do is follow a certain path all the way to the right, and then you get a cutscene with some salamanders, and you go all the way to the left, pick up the egg, which you will see in this cutscene just now. So the egg has somehow got trapped in the bottom of a pipe. There's no direct laws of physics as to why it's stuck there, but it is. But instead of going all the way around, we're going to do something pretty cool. And we're also, as a side effect, we're not going to have to deal with Earthlings, which is absolutely fantastic, because Earthlings in this game absolutely suck.
Someone help me out!
But first, we need to get there. So let's pull some bridges. Let's rely on AI teleportation again to catch up with us. We're going to pull some taps because steam taps are bad. So we're going to wait for Hermione. For some reason, Hermione seems to be the one that always catches up here. I don't know if Harry ever does. I don't think he's ever caught up for me.
Harry literally caught up in the war record run, so.
Okay, I'll say that. I'll say that.
He only catches up for me because he wants to be in good runs. I mean...
Well, you know, okay, fine. Also, what you're seeing a lot of in this level is animation skips. So when you drop off ledges, if you run off them straight, there's like a little animation of the characters like falling off. But if you run off them at a certain angle, you end up just doing like a layup. So that was an animation of like what happens if you just drop off. If you run off them perfectly or on the corners, you don't lose any momentum.
Oh damn, I forgot. I didn't pull the other tap. I'm screwed, aren't I?
Yeah, I'll say you can't go anywhere. What are we gonna do?
I can't believe it.
Just... No, say yeah, okay. So, what was found is the animation where you get hit backwards by a collision. We can use that to clip down here. Now, this area is right by the egg, and we can pull the bridges down from here because the AI don't need to be near the object. They don't need to be in its line of sight. So
yeah.
Whereas we can't hit these bridges from the top, the AI for some reason can.
Easily can.
Yeah, and Harry's actually doing really well. He's moving closer and closer to the last one, which is really, really awesome.
That's good RNG.
Yeah,
That means I don't have to TP them down.
Yeah. Normally what you have to do there is if the AI aren't close, you have to drop down to get the AI to teleport to you to pull the bridges down. But that actually went really well.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's the the reason why I have like such a good war record. I golden story. 2.
Yeah. This level is pivotal in a lot of runs. That
Oh my
fire did a
god.
very
Oh good.
way.
Oh good.
Oh,
They were alternating. I was like, uh oh.
I say, Jamie brings up a good point in chat. So it did ruin a perfectly good salamander fight, which actually makes Hundo a slightly bit more like tight on the old mastery, because we skip like 5 salamanders.
Is it 5?
Well, we skipped 3 in the start. Then you can skip these 2 as well. There's 2 that spawn here if you want to get them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like between 3 and 5 depending on what you want to go for. Like it's 3 if you want to be fully optimal. It's 5 if you want to get a couple of extras. Also, there's actually a strat here which not many. Actually, I don't think anyone goes for in runs apart from maybe like vanishing card runs, which is Cauldron Ride.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be implementing that soon.
I know you will. So at the top of that ledge where we pulled the taps, there's a cauldron. You can actually ride the cauldron and you get knocked all the way down. Also, a deathless bathroom is always nice.
I don't know how I didn't get out of 7 health. How is that at 449? What?
There we go. You see, just Blaze is just setting setting records here. This is just setting records. Okay, so yeah, bathroom, you may have seen that. That's the reason why we don't get the shields anymore as well. So we don't get mini shields in bathroom because of the skip. I think at one point it was potentially faster until Herbology strap was found, but we'll cover that shortly.
And now it's even less viable if you do cauldron rides. Like...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, now on to this is my least favorite shield in this game. I'm saying it now. I hate this shield so much. Because AI, terrible.
Maybe you just aren't good enough. I'll just get one. I'll get one pull right now, just to prove you wrong. Hold on.
Wow. Okay.
Hold on.
I agree to it.
Hold on. One sec. I need to prove the commentator wrong real quick. Hold on.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Come on, Hermione. Just drop the block. Drop the block. Hermione, do me a favor. Hermione. Hermione, I hate you. Hermione. Please tell me people.
And that's easy one go. So as you can see here, Dean's been inhaling some copium recently. I gave him some supply just for commentary, just to prove him wrong. I don't know why he even showed up to commentary.
See, I thought I was doing a friend a favor, you know, given the fact that he was recovering from COVID. No, I say, yeah. Okay, I'll carry on. So back into bathroom. Now that we've got the worst shield in the game out the way. Actually, tell a lie. No, it's not. The worst shield in the game is a block, but it's not in bathroom. It's in forest.
Oh, that funny shield.
Yeah, that funny shield, which, like you say, technically is faster if you get the optimum strat, but the optimal strat is just pure pain.
In one player, yeah. I'm the only person to ever do that strat ever in one player.
I tried it for 3 hours and I couldn't get it.
I've gotten it over 20 times.
I mean, what is this?
If anyone doesn't know what I'm referencing Forest Blockless, which that shield is a 2.5 minute shield normally, where you bring a block all the way to the shield and pick it up. But if you don't know, with the new fascination of rides recently, right? You can pick up a Dug Bog, move it all the way over there, and then get on top of the Dug Bog, and you grab the shield.
Yeah, and just for anyone who wants to understand how much pain that is, you are relying on the AI, so Harry and Hermione not getting in your way, and the Dug Bog responding to the way you want it, which is too much HP4 AI for anyone's brain to cope with.
Oh, and keep in mind, it's an enemy, so the AI will want to kill it.
Yes, and it will want to kill you. But actually in that area, it's actually coded really weirdly, like it wants to run away.
It wants to run away, but the AI are really fascinated in killing Dug Bogs.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are in Abology. We're gonna get all the mini shields, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the old route, right? Yeah.
Fuck, I already missed one. We're fine. We're fine. I have a backup shield. It's fine.
Yes, fine. We got a backup.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, speaking of HP4 fascination with rides, we're about to go for one of the most epic rides in this game. So first of all, we need to get through a greenhouse, which is full of Jerrys. So Jerry is going to make his debut. He's going to come out to a whole new entrance song. He's going to make a grand entrance here and proceed to try and ruin our day.
I said these are the weaker Jerrys. You got to remember, these are the COVID Jerrys. They aren't doing too well. They don't knock you over. They'll harm you, but they're just kind of there. But the true form of Jerry, though.
Yeah, so this is the only level where we see. Yeah, so in this game there are two forms of mosps. There are the regular mosps and there are vampire mosps. For some reason, and I still don't understand why this happens. After the Herbology story level, the only mosps you ever come across are vampire mosps, the worst ones. I don't know why, and I don't know why the developers thought, you know what, once they've done story, let's make it harder, let's just torture players of this game. But they make it so you have to fight these guys.
Nice, that camera strat worked.
Nice, actually kind of worked well, yeah.
If you do that camera strat, that other moss don't go after you.
Yeah, that's always nice. So, for the big difference about the mosps, so if Blaze was to get hit by one of these mosps, like that, you'll see it just kind of staggers him a little bit, doesn't really do much.
I went so risky there.
Yeah, if you get hit by a vampire mosp, it is knocking you down, it is pushing you over, and to make it even worse, they can hit you whilst you're on the floor.
Yeah.
So if you're on the ground, they can still attack you.
Yeah, they're the 2005 definition of teabagging.
It's true, actually. Okay, now we're on to the ride of a lifetime. So this is Rock Ride. So this was actually found, I think it was during, you were doing an Xbox run, weren't you? Kind of sliding out, and you found this. So the fun thing about rocks in this game is they have collision, and you can run on top of the collision. So if you go up and then you just ride the rock, you can jump on these lilies and pick up this shield. You are not supposed to do this. So this shield is not meant to be the one you pick up during story. And funny thing is, if you pick that shield up at this point during the all shields or hundo run, your run is immediately invalid because you do not get all the shields because the story shield doesn't spawn.
Yeah. Doesn't any person? It's the first any person exclusive skip.
Yeah, which is always very cool. So now that we've got that shield, we need another shield because we used to do that shield in the old route because it's really quick. Like just putting a block there, it takes what, like was it like
50
a minute and a half, 50 seconds, a minute? Yeah, depending on how good you were. Yeah, 50 seconds. What am I doing? I'm coping. So greenhouse we still do as normal. It's really quick. You're just relying on a bit of RNG of the wasps not knocking you down, because again they like to even hit you whilst you're on the floor and kill you. So we need a backup shield, which we're not going to do at the moment, but we're going to do a bit later on. We're going to make a return to forest actually for that. I think there were several shields that you tested, didn't you, for that? Like what the backup shield was going to be, and
There might be a reroute coming soon for that route.
Okay. I'm curious. So stay tuned on HP4 on the Discord, guys. We'll probably see something different soon.
While we're at it, I'm going to talk about, since we're in a pretty boring section where I just pick up shields and do bubo shots, it's literally just clean up at the moment. I'm going to talk about 2 theoretical strats that, if were found, would save minutes. The first one is Herbology Story earlier, which means you grab any of the 2 shields at the beginning of the level to end story. That would not only make it so you end story earlier, so it'd be like a minute story, it'd be like, it would save like 2 minutes.
Oh, I know.
You would then be able to get the Lily shield.
Yeah.
And since you can get the Lily shield, you can ride out another shield, which would also save a minute, so it would be 3 minutes of time save if that was ever found. And because the 2 shields are still there, and if you found any way to get any of those shields, you'd save 3 minutes off the run.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, and I would say that's a very cool thing to add to the bounties.
Another thing to talk about is Bathroom Story skip. Bathroom Story actually has a shield it's still there. It's the only other story to have a shield that is there during the story, which is Bathroom Lilies. If you were able to use any of the Urklings, because you can get on Lilies without collision, or get around the invisible wall so you just clip down, you can end Bathroom Story early and save a minute. Even though we grabbed that shield during cleanup, it would still save a minute.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have to go all the way back, would you, from the egg?
Yeah.
So that would be good. So yeah, we need some testers, guys. We need people to come on HP4 and break it even further.
Oh,
like,
and even another time save. This would save time in every category and make our lives better. Would be tablets in bathroom.
Yes, that's something that's been theorized.
Both of the shields are literally at the end. And if there were any way to get around either invisible walls or clip down in any way, you could grab the tap shields without doing the taps. And that would be tapless. And if you're doing left taps, holy fuck, that would save like two and a half minutes.
Yeah, that would save a lot of time for left tap, because left tap you have to go up and pull the tap, you have to go back down, pull more taps, go back up again.
That would save 2.5 minutes for all shields in Hundo. And for any percent, it would save a minute for each shield that's done. Because we would have a shield that is less than a minute that we can ride in.
That would actually be pretty cool, and I would that would push this run. If somehow we found all of that, we're pushing this run down towards 50 minutes.
What's funny,
which
is if only the Herbology Story early one was found. If only that one was found, only that one. With all current strats, you could theoretically get sub 50 in one player.
Wow, that would be insane.
It would be hard because that's including cauldron rides and all the other stuff that's been found. But if you did it, you get sub 50. That's how close sub 50 is to being realistic. And that's one player. 2 and 3 player have so many new strats nowadays that if that was found, you could probably get a 45.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think the collision issues, obviously, I mean, like, the skipping bathroom, I know we use the tap. I'm not too sure how it works with enemies, because I think the enemy one, like, your player can, like, the character can go any direction. So it can react in a different way, completely. But we'll see. So now, we're back in Forest. Again, not something we used to do.
Unless you're
we
me.
used to do... Well, unless you doing this... Yeah, you were, like, the only person doing this route.
I was the only one that converted, and then Rock Rag got found, and everyone was complaining why the shield was hard when I found an easy strat for it.
Yeah. So, we're going back towards the Scroots, but if you're thinking, wait, we've already got this shield, they put another shield over here. Because
Surprisingly.
why not?
The sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, they made Scroot 2.
Big boy
So
edition.
instead of, yeah, but this time they went bigger. They got a bigger budget, so they made everything bigger and better. Well, bigger, yes, better, not so much. So you go up these lily pads, and actually, if you stay down at this side, you don't trigger any mosses while you're opening the lilies, which is something that really helps. And at the top of here, there is a big Scroot. So this is a bigger version of the Scroot, which actually takes a bit more. So you activate Extremos, and he will potentially turn around for you. There we go.
I entered the area late, so we didn't turn around.
Yeah. So if you enter the area at the right time, he just conveniently will turn his back to you, so you have a free aim at the backside, which is the weak spot of a Scroot. And under Extremos, and also with Ron's Jinx powers, it kills him in like 4 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and now we're on to Forest Lilies. So we're gonna have a lot of Booba Tuba shots, opening lilies, and well, that's about it really. So if there's any more donations at all, we can throw over to them, or if anything you guys want to say.
I don't like HP4.
You're just a hater, bro. You're just a hater.
There is currently no more donation, but definitely go give for your favorite house in Hogwarts Legacy, because again, the gap is still 1 cent currently. Ravenclaw is winning by a single cent. Get those donations in.
Keep moving. Axio.
Okay.
One thing cool to note about the shield is how many Dug Bugs spawn here will spawn on the other side. I got lucky, I got 3 over here, so that means only 1 will spawn over here because of how spawn cap works.
Yeah, so this game, like I say, spawn cap, it limits this area to only 4 Dug Bugs. So you want to get 3 at the start. I don't think it's possible to get all 4 spawn at the start. You will get at least 1 here. But that's what you want. You want to get 3 when you cross the log, and then 1 here. So that way it's a quick stun, and you save time going up here. Obviously, the more Dug Bugs that are here, the slower it's going to be, because you've got to stun them all to open the lilies. Unless you get lucky and they target the AI. Which, let's face it, HP4 AI, yeah, doesn't work that way.
So we're going to the final cleanup shield.
Yep.
And this is the shield I was talking about with Bathroom Story early. This would be the shield we grab.
Yeah, so Bathroom Lilies, you will notice it as we come up over here now. It's positioned on a pad down below the tap area here. There is a break in the railing at the top. However, the developers, in their ever-growing wisdom, decided just put an invisible wall there. Let's not give it a railing with collision. Let's just put a whole invisible wall there. So every person who plays this game thinks, oh, can I just jump down here? Not at the moment. Not that we found at the moment. But because of that, what you have to do to get the shield is come up here, pull the tap, go all the way down, and then clip all the way down. Now, if you run at this in the right angle, you can jump straight down to the bottom. Now, it would be great if we could do that in a way which puts us like on top of the water maybe or something, and we can walk on the water. Because that would be pretty cool. So that's the shield we need you people to look out for to find how to get early.
Now
Okay. I probably should have saved donations for this or any talking because. So please get some donations in the next like 2-3 minutes because we're in another rail simulator underwater this time.
hey, look, it's the only task I'm good at. I mean,
Yeah. So second task. I don't think we've fully found like the secret behind this just yet, but the theory that I think we have at the moment is what rank you get is based upon the number of kills you get.
oh,
So the first, even though they give you rings in this, you have to kill Grindelows, and also there are mer people that swim past.
they want to eat your gillyweed. That makes you
yeah,
faster.
They want to eat the gillyweed, which is
No. I want gillyweed.
Yeah, we want the gillyweed because it gives you a little speed boost. Also, going left there saves a second.
Yeah, I found
something
that.
Which is you found that. That's really cool. But yeah, this level is 6 minutes long. Yeah.
Or 5 minutes and 58 seconds
If you blaze, yeah. I'll say.
I'm still the only person to have gotten a sub 6.
I've got a 6 minutes flat. That's what's annoying about that.
Yeah.
I was a second off.
But does it have a 5? No.
What have I agreed to here, guys? I feel like I'm trapped in a call. So section of this level changes the control mechanism. So whereas normally you're kind of swimming straight with casts, these sections you have to stop and it does like a little mini battle. You have to kill 10 Grindelows for the game to let you progress.
Which helps a lot with the kill count.
Yeah.
Falling back.
Which does help towards the gold medal. And there is a small little problem with the animation. So you may have seen that when the game re-gives you control, there's an animation that puts you back in the swimming animation. You would think, being clever, they would make it so if something shot at you at that point, it wouldn't give you damage, because that's not fair, right? Oh no. If you get hit during that animation, you are taking the damage.
Luckily with current strats, you only get hit once if you get hit.
Yeah, so the way they spawn in those sections is actually fixed. So like you'll get one from the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom, and so on and so forth. Same as here as well. They are set to spawn in a certain pattern, so you can learn where they're going to be, and it makes it so much faster. Regaining control there at 2:57, which is very good. I even think IL starts there at like 3 minutes or something like that ceiling. Potentially. I could be wrong with that, but yeah.
The IL finishes that at 2:56.
I'm way wrong then. There you go. See what I mean? This is how much attention I pay to IL records, you guys. Promise. Not that I'm salty about my 6 minute flat, because that's like the best one I've ever done. Like, I've never got close since.
What's interesting about it was, like, after I got that 5:58, I was gonna be like, I'm never getting that in a run. And then in my 57:43, I tie it. I get a 50.
Yep.
That is my.
And now you're.
That is actually my 5th sub 6. I've gotten 2 5:59s and 3 5:58s.
Wow. Okay. Okay, into the tunnel area. Funnily enough, that gillyweed there is actually the only one that the people just don't pick up. I don't know why, whether it's coded that way or whether it's just the way it's spawned or where it's put. For some reason, they just never get it.
My theory is because, like, it seems to be like every few, like, if you hit it the first time, you won't need to hit it again. And it seems we've hit a bunch of mer people beforehand, so I'm assuming it's counting the one beforehand.
Okay, that would actually make sense, yeah. Okay, now on to the final section of the level, we're gonna shoot some doors. So the Grindylows have laid eggs, I suppose, on each of the doors, sealing them shut. So by shooting all of the eggs, the door sections spring open. There's 4 sections on each one, and Grindylows will also spawn to shoot you as well. So you need to go around and clear all the doors to allow you to progress.
Interesting about this, which this is something Dino doesn't know because like it's very niche on how much I test stuff. Both of the triggers for initiating things are still here. So if you got past any of the triggers, you could technically clip through the bubble columns and skip both. That's also a theoretical skip. That would save a minute and a half if you skipped both. It would save like 45 if you skipped the last one.
Yeah, this one does take ages. Yeah, this one's actually really slow. Also, this is
like a 602 or something.
Yeah, I'll say it's a low 6, which is actually really good.
601.
But yeah, skip 601. Yeah, that's
pretty bad.
Solid.
It's pretty bad.
Wow. Okay. See, this is where the world record holders. Oh, what's the word I'm thinking of right now? I cannot think of the word. It's gonna bug me until I find that word.
It's not like there's interesting gameplay going on.
Yeah, I'll think of the word.
Okay.
Expectations. I'm gonna say expectations. It's where the expectations are compared to like everybody else.
It's not subset.
Like, I call it a 6. I call it 601 good, and Blaze is like, nah, it's terrible.
Technically, my 558 isn't even that good. I lost 3 seconds on bubble columns, so I could probably get a 555.
There we go. You see, he's gonna grind second task IL after this to get that.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I did that.
No, I wouldn't either. So on to maze. It's definitely a maze. Definitely random. But yeah, it's not. So there's a set path. So you go left, second right, then first right, then all the way to the top. Then well, not all the way, but take the right just before. You can clearly see the last one's a dead end to the right. So you just follow this path around, and you enter stage 2 of the maze. So the maze is split into 3 sections. First one is getting through that maze, that actual maze. This section is basically running away from the killer bush. So each path's going to split. It's got a left and a right path, and we go a certain way because it's actually better for movement.
Yep, I remember from what Matthew told me, left, right, inside, outside.
Yep, exactly that. So the spiky bushes that spawn there are always fixed, so everything in here is a fixed spawn. So yeah, we go left, right, we go inside, outside.
And then, before you ask, why don't you say anything for the 4th one? The 4th one doesn't even spawn anything.
Yeah, for some reason the...
They gave up.
They gave up, yeah, they stopped at this point. So you see the spiky bushes go like one side, the other side, then back again, so it alternates. But then on the last one, we just go right, and there's just nothing there. So yeah, you can just run straight through here, hence why we go left, right, because it makes it easier to remember. But also I think because there's no corner, like, bush that pops out in the end. And then we end up in a very long straight with bushes coming out either side, but funnily enough, they're not programmed to hit you if you're in the middle at this point.
No, they're just not programmed to hit you at all.
Oh yeah, true, yeah, it's like it's
after the second bush that shows up in this corridor, they have no collision after that. Can't hurry.
Yeah. Okay, time for Scroots. So there's 2 Scroots that are going to spawn here. We think, oh god, that's going to be really hard to beat. We have a very cool setup for this. So you slide through the gap of the right one, you bait the other one, which then causes it to stun on the wall. Because the other one is busy in an animation of firing its thing through its, I don't know what to call that thing. We can then time killing the first Scroot, lining up the second one to charge. That one stuns, and here's where we get the Inflatus. This is how we know that Blaze softlocked his Hundo run, because that's why it's free. You're guaranteed Inflatus. Also, Cedric ride. Yep.
It was a pretty shitty ride, man.
You got far enough. Also, you saw the really bad collision on the walls there as well. Okay, now into the final level of the game. So we are going to have an epic battle with Voldemort. We are definitely fighting Voldemort.
And with
I promise.
how it's looking right now, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to spoil it.
I'm not
It will be
leaving
close.
Kill the spare. No! Avada Kedavra!
Oh yeah, I see what we're close to. Yeah.
I'm gonna say some
so-
stuff if it happens, though.
I'm going to destroy you.
Okay. Stream set to mute. Okay, I'm joking. Okay.
Harry, let's see what schoolboy spells.
So we
you have
hear
up
the
your
best
sleeve.
line in the game. Avada Kedavra. And now we're gonna fight Voldemort. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant fight skeletons. And the strat. So the game is saying, "Oh, jinx the skeletons." We're like, we ain't jinxing nobody. We're gonna throw them. So if you throw them down in this divot, they actually have enough momentum where when they land, and also because of what's down there, like the cauldron or the collision, they instantly explode. So you can get enough momentum to drop them down, and they will instantly die. You need to kill a certain amount of skeletons, but the way they spawn is based upon where the camera is. So the one by where Harry was there, if that's not on camera, the skeleton won't spawn. You have to physically go there.
That's not true.
And that's
They're based on when the last one died. That's why it's a cycle, and that's why you want to do the left one first, because there's 3 spawn potentials to be there. That's why you do it first.
Ah, yeah, okay, there you go. You see, that's why you have the world record holder doing these runs and not me. So now, on to the second stage. We're going to fight more skeletons. But we are using a ball of magic. There's no direct reason why this works, but you have to guide the ball into the skeletons, which causes them to instantly explode.
I got skeletons, good.
And you got skip as well, yeah. So if you kill those last 2 quick enough, which is 4 waves, it skips a wave of them that spawn normally here. Now we're on to the epic battle between us and Voldemort. I'm sorry, I meant the statue. One cycle or we riot.
I'm gonna need it.
Oh, yeah, we're getting close. Okay, so he's going to land one more time. He's going to pull it down. He's going to hit it really quickly. And that is time. That is time. Right there. That's time. And we got the sub 1.
How would that run a sub 1?
GG. Yeah.
Jeez.
Would like to
Sub
say, to inspire people on how bad that sub 1 was, that Moody's Lessons in that run was a 406.
Great comeback.
Yeah. Let's say for a comparison, people that don't run HP4, how bad is that?
My average if I get fire skip is a 313 or 316, 320.
There you go. So nearly a full minute. And still a sub 1. And in fact, right now, the only 3 people to have sub 1s are all in this call, which is really cool. It's actually really cool. Yeah, you're right,
Really,
Jamie. I was faster than this run. It took me like 50 attempts, but yeah.
I got what I wanted. I got a sub 1 on on stream. The stream says it's a 59:47, but the actual time was
I split a little bit early.
The actual time is a 59:41.
There you go, 59:41.
Very nice run.
Yeah, so if people want to run HP4, I do recommend it because I think it's a really cool speed run. Like, it's not a great game to play casually by yourself, but speed run's really good.
Definitely, Rock Red is definitely one of the best routes that ever happened in this game. And just to say, I am coming back to this game after I do the 6-gen trifecta race, and a lot more stuff will be added to the route. And that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Also, play it co-op. If you do co-op, it's even better.
Don't have to rely on stupid AI. We love that.
Yep. And also we need more co-op runs. Like we need more 3-player runs.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but maybe.
All I'm
maybe.
gonna say is make sure the 2-player rare gets optimized before I get my 56.
we'll try.
Because if not, I'll submit my 1-player run as a 2-player run and just say I did it with 2 monkeys.
Sounds good.
I mean,
All right.
okay. Yeah, over to you.
That was a good run. That was a great comeback after a rough early game. So congrats on sub 1. And next up, we will have pretty exciting Witchcraft and Wizardry Minecraft map by Leo and Foshe. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Gonna be a co-op run, so it's really exciting. A little bit different than most of the games you're gonna see here, but I'm really excited for it, and I hope people are. But unless Blaze or Dino has anything else to say, we can go into a quick transition until the next one.
I have one thing to say. One thing.
Yes.
HP4, good game.
I should have cut you before. But then, too late now. Alright, see you guys.